Thanks, everybody. Before we launch, we want to kind of go through a little slide presentation to go through the history of Alba, educate everybody on some of the things that have happened over the last 50 years since Alba was started. So we wanted to take a little bit of time. We've got some information that maybe some of you didn't know about Alba's, which is kind of interesting, but learn the history and maybe share some stories. For those of you who don't know, obviously it's 50th year anniversary. Alba was established in February 1973. It was initially a small machine shop, and the machine shop itself was smaller than the current office space that we have today. That kind of gives you some idea how big it was. Alba was started by Norm Ingerhees, Tom Ingerhees' father. And the original building was in Oxford, Ohio. The thought was to become a regional manufacturer of custom conveyor equipment, and that's how Alba was started. The picture over here on your left, there's a gentleman sitting back there. That is Norm Ingerhees, founder of Alba. And these other photos are pictures of the inside of the machine shop and the outside of the building. It was up in Oxford, Ohio. The next slide I wanted to show everybody. When Tom's father bought the building, the machine shop, their primary business was manufacturing masonry drill bits. Several of the people here are aware of that, but I don't know that everybody knows that. But this is a flyer from 1974, I believe it says up in the top corner, that talks about the sizes of masonry drill bits. They made drill bits for several years. For cash flow while they were trying to get the conveyor business up and running. I believe when we moved from Keysland Court over to here, I think Craig mentioned there was boxes, boxes and boxes of masonry drill bits that apparently had moved from location to location that they found. So just a little bit of interest that Alba made more than conveyors. We made masonry drill bits at one time. This is just some early marketing advertisements for some of the custom conveyors, the one up in the right that we did, and then some other pictures from an old brochure that they distributed to customers. Just to kind of let you see what type of conveyor was built. It's a lot different from what we do today. Changes over the 50 years. Alba has evolved in its over 50-year history from a manufacturer of custom designed conveyors like you saw in some of the brochures to a well-known brand name of quality material handling equipment across the country. Originally, when they were in the original location in Oxford, they sold to end users in about a 50-mile radius. And today we sell and manufacture a complete line of standard conveyors to distributors, integrators, and OEMs across the country. Alba is actually, this is the fourth building that we're in today, the current facility. But Alba's actually been in 4 locations. The Oxford, there was a facility in Standen Drive, Keysland Court, which if you go to the traffic light, hang a left and go to the next street on the right. So we were literally a mile and a half down the road before we moved here in 2001. But this is the picture of the Keysland Court facility, which is around the corner, which was a 40,000 square foot facility when we left. They added on at some point in time. Jared probably knows about that. So, and that was the 3rd location. So Oxford, Standen, Keysland Court, and the facility today was the 4th. And then obviously this is our current facility, which is currently almost 88,000 square feet. When we first moved in, it was 60,000 square feet of manufacturing facility, and then we added on in 2016 the other 21,000 square feet. And obviously we wouldn't be successful without our customers. You know, we owe a thank you to all of the customers, which are end users that use the Alba conveyor. And this is just some of the examples of some of the companies that have our conveyor in their facility in use today. And many of them for many, many years. Jerry can attest to that. all of the sales guys. I mean, we get customers that call us occasionally that have a conveyor that's 20, 25, 30 years old. They're looking for parts, or they're looking to add on to what they currently have. So, I mean, our conveyor actually stands the test of time and has been around for a long time. But that kind of give you, if you didn't know, this is by no means an all-inclusive list, but it's a good snapshot of some of our core customers that ultimately have our product and use it every day. And then I wanted to take a little bit of time and talk about the people behind Alba. Alba has an amazing team, just all of you. Alba has grown because of the dedication and hard work of all the current and past employees. We have some of the past employees here today. We'll recognize those folks here just in a minute. But currently there's 78 employees with many years of experience. Just to kind of give you a breakdown, 15% of the current employees have been here 20 plus years. I mean, that's an accomplishment. 20% have been here 15 plus, 28 have been here 10 plus years, and 51% of all the employees here today have been here over 5 years. So that's quite an accomplishment, and everyone should be proud of their contributions that have made Alba successful. And just to elaborate just a little bit deeper on that, this slide shows the cumulative years for those individuals all the way from 5 years or more. So there's a lot of people. That's over 51% of the people names are on this slide that are currently here today. Tom Enderhees was here for 45 years. Jeff House, over 41. Mike McClure, 38. Kathy Schaefer, 35. And I don't know if that's correct. Where's Kathy at? Is it? Okay. Mike Henderlight, almost 30 years. Jerry, 28. Craig Barnhill's been here over 27. Mike Stapleton, almost 27. And Kyle McMahon, a little over 25 and a half years. So it says a lot about the company and the people here. So I want to point out the retirees that are Kathy Schaefer. You want to stand up, Kathy? For those of you, I think most of you remember Kathy. Kathy came from the original Oxford facility. And there's a few of those folks here. And I guess the other retiree, Jerry, front and center. And then Denny Bossy. All of which have made huge contributions to the success of Alba. I mean, it wouldn't be right to not acknowledge you guys and say thank you. And with that, I'd just like to thank everyone for your hard work and dedication that makes Alba successful. And I don't know if anybody's got any stories they want to tell or anything they want to say about, if anybody has something they'd like to share. I mean, I've heard stories from Jeff House, who was at the original Oxford facility, talking about himself and Tom and others that would work on, deadlines and spending the night there. Jeff told me this story this morning of a night they worked all night, and Tom actually found a cardboard box in the morning and curled up in it and went to sleep. One of the sales guys came and brought him pizza that night, and they stayed there all night to get stuff done. And that's the dedication and hard work that everybody puts in to make things happen. So, anybody? Ted?
I don't know about I called on the Oxford facility, and you guys are living the life of luxury here. Oxford was something else. So I remember walking in there the first time about 25 years ago or so, and first thing that happened is I got hit with a drop of water in the head from the drop ceiling that was leaking, so it was nice. I walked into the office and we had to make a copy, so there were no factors. I know this old man, so. And they said, yeah, we can make a copy. So went over to this thing, and it kind of looked like a toaster oven. We took a piece of paper and put it in this Teflon web screen, and you put the teeth of vellum on the top of it, and you heat up the copy machine that went through and firmly transferred onto there. One great thing about that technology is that they took about a year to disappear. So, you didn't have to pay for your sins for many years. That was my experience out. It's been great. You guys had a great ride, made good stuff, and it's really been fun.
Anybody else? One person I wanted to introduce is Bob Brown. For those of you who don't know him, he's the owner of Alba. He's come around for a lot of the counts and other events, but certainly one of the things about opportunities.
Hi, how are you? I bought the company in 2001 when we moved into this facility. And I can't tell you how proud I am of Alba and all the people here. We make real stuff now, which is almost rare these days. And it's great to see committed people working hard, interested in the company that they work for, and hopefully you feel the company treats you back the same way. 50 years is a long time for a small company like Alba, and I don't know that Alba's ever been more successful than it is right now. So we owe all of that